Good day, Dr. Apat. Good day, everyone. I am Kevin John B. Lunsaga from Obtech M11. And at this moment, I am about to discuss the Bronfenbrenner's bioecological model, the structures of environment. So there are 5 structures of environment, namely the microsystem, the mesosystem, the exosystem, the macrosystem, and lastly, the chronosystem. So let us first define what is the microsystem. The microsystem is the layer nearest to the child. It comprises of structures which the child directly interacts with. It includes structures such as one's family, the school, and also the neighborhood. As such, the microsystem covers the most basic relationships and interactions that a child in his or her immediate environment. For example, as the child interacts with his or her parents, attending schools, and as well as visiting his or her neighborhood. Basically, the microsystem is the first layer or the first environment that the child interacts. In relation to the structures of environment, there was Bronfenbrenner's called the bidirectional influences. So bidirectional influences is the relationship effects in 2 directions, both away and towards the child. In addition, it also occurs among all levels of the environment. This means that the child is affected by people with whom he or she interacts, and in turn, these people are also affected by the child. For example, a mother's deep affection for her child moves her to answer to the baby's needs and keep the baby safe. In turn to the baby's smiles and coos bring the mother feelings of warmth and affirmation that indeed she is a good mother. The child is affected by the behavior and beliefs of the parents. However, the child also affects the behavior and beliefs of the parent. And let's proceed to the second structure of environment, the mesosystem. So the mesosystem is a layer serves as the connection between the structures of the child's microsystem. For example, the mesosystem will include the link or interaction between the parents and teachers, or the parent and health services, or the community and the church. And now let us proceed to the third structure of environment, the exosystem. So the exosystem is the layer refers to the bigger social system in which the child does not function directly. This includes the government or the city government, the workplace, and the mass media. The structures in this layer may influence the child's development by somehow affecting some structure in the child's microsystem. This includes the circumstances of the parents' work, like the location, as well as the schedules. We see a change in the children's routine when, for example, the mother works in a call center. That was seen in that burger chain commercial where the mom and the children meet up at the fast food for breakfast just before the children go to the school, and the mom going home from work in a call center. In addition, the child may not interact directly with what is in the exosystem, but he is likely feel the positive or negative impact in this system, as it creates an interaction with the child's own system. And now let us proceed to the fourth structure of environment, the macro system. So this layer is found in the outermost part in the child's environment. The macro system includes the cultural values, customs, and laws. The belief system contains in one's macro system permeates or spread throughout the interactions of the other layers and reaches the individual. For an example, in Western countries like the US, most of the young people are expected to be more independent by the time they end their teenage years, which in Asian countries like ours, parents are expected to support or at least want to support their children for a longer period of time. It is not uncommon to see even married children still living with their parents, particularly here in the Philippines. In China and also in other parts of the world, sons are more valuable than daughters. This may pose challenges for girls as they are growing up. Because of differences in beliefs and customs, children from different parts of the world experience different child rearing practices and therefore differences in development as well. Basically, in macro system, the moral values, the beliefs, and the customs that we learn from our parents or from our ancestors could give or could influence us in our development. And now let us proceed to the last structure of environment, the chronos system. So the chronos system covers the element of time as it relates to a child's environment. This involves patterns of stability and change in the child's life. This involves also the child's day is characterized by an orderly, predictable pattern, or whether the child is subjected to sudden changes in routine. We can also look into the pace of the child's everyday life. Is it a hurried or relaxed pace? In addition, this system can affect or influence the child externally, like the timing of other siblings coming or the timing of parental separation or even death. Effect can also be internal, like in the bodily changes that occur within the developing child, like the timing of menstrual onset for girls. As children get older, they may react differently to environmental changes. The children may have also required the ability to cope and decide to what extent they will allow changes around them to affect them. It has been debated for decades of which had more impact on child's development. Is it the nature or nurture? Another way of putting it is it heredity or environment that influences child development more? More and more research now point out that both a child's biology and his environment play a role in the child's growth and development. And I guess the long debate may be coming to an end. In line with all of this, the ecological systems theory focuses on the quality and context of the child's environment. Bronfenbrenner pointed out that as a child develops, the interplay within the layers of environment systems becomes more complex. This dynamic interaction of the system happens meantime, while the child's physical and cognitive structures also grow and mature. This bioecological theory by Bronfenbrenner helps us determine how the different circumstances, conditions, as well as relationships in the world affect the child as he or she goes through the more or else predictable sequence of natural growth and development. And that's end my discussion. I'm giving the virtual floor to the next reporter. Thank you so much, everyone.